Hey, this is my hair. The next day I just woke up. I haven't brushed it or anything, but I washed it last night after my vlog. So, um, make of it what you will. I'll probably do some more snips at some point today. Um, uh, um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't care. um, I know I can make it a little better. Uh, the haircut doesn't disturb me as much as the brittle dryness, which is why I cut it. One of the reasons. No, it's pretty much why I cut it in the first place. Was I was digging getting long hair, but the texture was driving me insane. Like so fuzzy. Even if I use conditioner. Um, I think you recommended doing a hot iron, which I don't feel coordinated enough, and I don't have one. And I actually don't think it would help because I always was taught to believe that like high heat was damaging. I mean, you have to do it like every day though. Like people that blow dry every day tend to have drier, more brittle hair. Although, with my two sisters, Jacqueline's hair is silky and smooth no matter what she does. Carol Ann's hair has got a slightly unpleasant texture, but I don't know if it's dry and brittle exactly. I think it's overprocessed and a bad color because she's loyal to the same person. And I don't think she should be that shade of blonde, and I think she should be brown haired. She was long ago. I think it's more flattering. But she's hooked on the idea of blonde is best. I think blonde works better on Jacqueline and me when I've had good professional blonding, not like last year. Anyway, yeah, I hate blonde hair in Caroline. I'm just sick of it. It's been like, I think she first went blonde in 1978, and she had a brown hair phase, a natural phase, when she first got in with the commune of Catholics and wearing big woolly sweaters and turtlenecks. But she soon glammed herself up again. Um, it's I'm gonna do this experiment of being my natural hair color, but it's actually scaring me a little more. Like when I cut it, how gray it is, and do I have the courage to go as gray as it's going? Um, uh, I'm feeling older up here, but I think I have relatively youthful skin. I am getting more careful about sunscreen, wearing hats, um, to slow the progression down. My mother had pretty youthful skin until she got sick. Actually, until she started working the night shift. I think she started to look older, but that'll take a toll on you. Carolyn looks young for her age, and I think Jacqueline does too. She turned 50 this year. So it seems to be a genetic thing in my family. I might have the oldest skin the fastest because I feel like my mental illness, like all the crying and screaming and scrunching of my face. I feel like age has aged me. I don't know, whatever. What I was gonna say is, Herlihy women have younger than their age skin to some degree. So I thought it might be cool to have gray hair and young skin. But I don't know, it's scaring me a little bit. But I kind of want to just like face reality. I want to be totally in reality. And part of it is the haircut is not quite right. But yeah. Oh, I remember working at Fox Hair. That was the smaller salon that I worked at before the fancy salon that Ivan Knoll with Mike. Anyway, Fox Hair was this cute neighborhood shop hair salon. Not that that's necessary for you to know, but this woman would come in like every 4 weeks or every 6 weeks, like a lot, regularly, to get her roots done. Her overall color was like reddish or blondish or brownish. I don't know. Like, I feel like it might have been dark brown. I can't remember what the color was. And she made some comment to me or to her hairstylist about why she comes in so frequently. She was older. She was in her 60s. And she was like, I'm never going to let my husband know that I have a gray hair. No one will know that I have gray hair. I will never let the gray hair show. And I was in my 20s. And I was like, that's so fucking pathetic. Like the annoyance of having to come here like every month to touch up out of fear and loathing of the natural aging process. I got a natural healing book that says if you eat like a tablespoon of molasses, your gray hair will go back to its natural color. I actually tried that, not for gray hair, but for other health purposes, bogus health claims. And the taste of molasses is disgusting. And then the book was like, if you find it unpalatable, put it in your coffee with milk, and it will taste like a caramel latte or something. And it does. Put a tablespoon of molasses in your coffee. It's great. Maybe I'll get back into it so that through food I can go back to my hair color. There's a lot of vitamins or something. I cannot remember what benefit it has. But I know I wasn't caring about the hair at that time. I don't know, the March of Time. It is more wiry. I was always told that gray hair is more wiry and harder to keep color in. That's why if you go to those boxes of hair dye in the store, there's always like gray cover up. Like the formula has to be different. I can dye my hair. So I just don't care. I care and I don't care. Paul said something horrible last night. Oh, and he got home like after Poppy went to bed. Normally we'd like converse and then we watch The Dark Shadows, but our conversing went to me convulsing like crying about my day and my naps and depression and me feeling like a useless person. And I want to be sent out on an ice floe, like a useless Inuit person. And obviously I didn't mean it. And I said I wanted to go live in a Soro single room occupancy apartment because I was causing more harm than good. And a bad mother. And I don't pay enough attention to Poppy or feed her well enough for all these things that I hate about myself. And I know I'm not really gonna be sent out on an ice floe or even move out, but that's like what I feel like I deserve. And then I was like, I know I'm being something like not tragic, but despairing and negative and blah blah blah. And he said nothing for a while. I mean, this was drawn out. I was drawn out with my despair, and then it was done, and he was silent, and I was like, "Will you please respond to what I just said?" And he went, "It makes me feel like shit." And I was silent, thinking something he said. I was like, "What an asshole." And I was like, I know when I'm upset and sad that it bums you out a lot, and I know when you are, I get very anxious. But this is bullshit. I was like, this isn't about you. This is my stuff, and it's really my stuff. Like, do you want to go out on an ice floe or live in an SRO? Do you feel like you don't feed Poppy well, or that you don't spend enough time with her in the 4 days off that you have? Do you feel like anything that I said? I'm sure you don't, because it's not true for you. So why should it make you feel like shit? It could make you feel sad for me or worried about me, and I don't know why it doesn't make you want to reassure me or comfort me. Obviously that's what I'm looking for. Obviously that's what I need. I don't need to hear how I'm bringing you down. He was like, I don't know, he was like, you're not really serious about going out, out, not living here. I was like, yep, not really serious about that, but that's how bad I feel, or I feel like that's what I deserve. And that I feel truly that I'm causing more harm to this family than good, and I can't work, and we're friends, and I'm a bad mother, and like, I'm not like 100% bad mother, but she deserves so much more than I can give her, and I don't pay enough attention, and I don't play with her enough. I'm not active enough. I let her do video games all day, and I take long naps, which isn't true every day, but it was true yesterday. But in general, I feel like I'm not participating enough with her. So he was like, well, you can only do what you can do. You can't give what you don't have. And, another big thing about how I'm despairing because the pharmaceuticals and the therapy aren't doing enough, and shit, I'm at 1442. And if this doesn't work out, there's a whole class of medication, antipsychotics that I can't take, or SSRIs. There's old school antidepressants, but he has different reasons he doesn't want to give them to me. So I'm running out of time, gotta go.